It's been a crazy week for sneakers. Photoshops, fake release dates, and so much more. But let's not waste any more time. This is the week in sneaks. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and a couple of weeks ago, I was actually out shopping at Foot Locker and I got pranked by the Ellen show. Ellen liked the skit and ended up asking me to be on her show. I taped the episode yesterday and it will be airing next Tuesday. It was definitely a really cool experience and I can't wait for all you guys to see it. It's pretty funny. Just know that it involves the trophy, a wig, the Yeezy 2, and some really crazy dancing. For those who haven't seen the skit already, check the link down in the description. There are a ton of amazing shoes that are going to release this summer, and one that has caught my eye is the Air Jordan 11 Low. Well, it looks like the guys over at Sneaker News got a pair early and put it right in front of the camera. Seen here in some really great pictures, the shoe is set to release on June 8th and will rock a white, black, and red colorway. I actually prefer the patent leather version of the Low to the IE, and I really like how Jordan brand reserved the red on the shoe to just the branding on the heel. For those looking to pick up a pair of these, they will be arriving at Jordan brand retailers on June 8th for $140. This week seemed to be full of fake news, I guess if that's what you want to call it, so I figured I'd take some time and clear everything up. First, the Air Jordan 3 and the 5 from the Fear Pack, which actually aren't even a pack but more of a collection, were photoshops, and though similar, the color blocking on the shoes was all wrong. Also, the pack is inspired by MJ instilling fear in his opponents, so that's how the blogs came up with the name. Second, the Red Yeezy 2 is not dropping on June 18th. It was just a rumor, but I think you should still buy the album because I think it's going to be pretty dope. Just don't expect there to be some sort of golden ticket or red ticket inside. Do your parents rock heat? What about your grandparents? Well, if either of those is the case, you should definitely check out the history of old people rocking heat over at theshoegame.com. I had no idea there was a fly society of senior citizens. Be sure to check the full article right down in the description. And finally, there are a ton of shoes lined up to release this weekend, so here are a few of the ones that caught my eye. First up, Adidas is set to drop a trio of black, joy blue, and vivid pink sneakers with the Crazy 8, the Top 10 2000, and the Real Deal. All of these are going to be priced at $110. They will also be dropping the Crazy Quick basketball shoe in black and purple for $140. The full Air Max Sunset Pack also drops this weekend, and that includes the 1, the 90, the 95, the 97, and the 180. Those will be hitting Nike.com, and I believe they will also be available at Foot Locker. The Kobe 8 Elite Plus in black and gold, that'll be dropping this weekend as well, and that's $220. The LeBron Low in black Total Crimson, that's dropping for $165. And finally, the lovely Barkley Posite Max designed by Mark Dolce is dropping in metallic silver and gamma blue for $235. Oh yeah, and as far as a delay, the Air Jordan 28, which was supposed to drop this weekend, the one that looks like the Phoenix Air Jordan 8 that dropped last weekend, that's been pushed back and it won't be actually releasing until June 8th. Last week for the question of the video, Icy Soul 503 from over at Soul Collector wanted to know, what is your favorite sneaker? Well, here are a few of your responses. Baron Lopez says his is the Jordan 4 Cavs because the colorway is dope and not a lot of people have them. I can respect that. Ben Stark says his is the Reebok Question Burn Rubber collab and that it actually got him checking for other brands, which is a very good thing. Next up, we have Time to Ball Up, who says the Air Force 180 Olympic is his because of the story behind it. Big shout out to the Dream Team there. Over at Soul Collector, Joe with the 12 says his favorite pair is, well, the 12s. He say they were his very first pair of Jordans, love that. And finally, Swank Frank is going with one of my favorites, the Black Cement 3s and the Flint 13s.
It's a heat check, mother lover.
I am really starting to like the intro. We got to take it up a notch next week. I don't know, maybe add a tank or something like that. For this week's heat check, I'm actually rocking the Lunar Rod. This is the primitive version. Definitely comfortable. I really like the shoe. I like that they use the brown suede on top, so it makes it a little dressy. Still has that running shoe aesthetic, and of course it has the safari print here on the heel. You can actually grab these now. I don't know if you can actually grab this colorway, but there are lots of colorways out there right now, and they're priced at right about $110. So my heat check is the Nike Lunar Rod. Bang, bang. For this week's question of the video, it comes from Brad A, and he wants to know, what is going to be your go-to summer shoe? Let me know down in the comments, and of course, I'll read back some of your responses next week. Well, that is going to do it for the show today. If you haven't already, make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe. That way you know whenever something is happening here on this sneaker channel. Also, visit the links down in the description. It'll take you to the full stories of everything that I talked about today. Well, I am your host, Jacques Slade. This is the Week in Sneaks. Click here or over there, somewhere in here, for something random, and I will see you next week. Peace. All right, since you guys didn't like my heat check song from last week, I changed it up a bit. So it's gonna be like heat check, heat check, heat check, heat check. No. You didn't like the one from last week.